Mike Carey here, and you're listening to the So We Don't Forget podcast. And there you go.
Welcome to So We Don't Forget, the podcast where two siblings talk about stuff so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
And I'm Jeremy. And we're back. We're back in our old studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor.
Ooh, which one you got today?
They didn't have my usual Dead Billionaire, so I actually got this a few days ago. I just cracked it open today.
Very nice.
I got Rest in Peach. Iced tea with peach. First time trying.
I can't open this. It's a Buc-ee's cup, but which I've never been. I want to go. But this is apple juice.
I also want to go to Buc-ee's.
Me too. I was going to say. Oh, it's episode 51, which, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. I know we said it last week, but it's officially the New Year.
Happy New Year again.
This is season 2 of our podcast. I'm just going to start. I've decided that every year it's just going to be a different season. So this would be season 2.
Welcome to season 2.
Welcome to season 2, guys.
You made it.
I don't know if that really
We
makes any
made it.
difference to I don't know if that really makes a difference to you guys. It's really just going to be for when you listen to the audio only. So audio only people, hello. I have noticed that most of our people who partake in this podcast are viewing it in the video, which is very good. We appreciate that.
Thank you for the views.
I thought of uploading the video to YouTube or Spotify, but everyone there was like, well, people say how they like to leave it just audio only to like push YouTube to like, oh, go to YouTube so you can see the video. I'm like, actually, that makes a lot more sense.
That's what a lot of people do.
So that's what we're just going to continue that way. But yeah, so it's a brand new year. Happy New Year 2025, which is crazy to think
Happy
about
New Year.
because Black Ops 2 was
2025.
set in 2025. Crazy. We're going to talk about our goals from last year and the new ones that we have for this year.
Mm-hmm. I was brushing up on my goals from last year. Thing is,
Mine,
I
I've
made
had it on the bottom of the thing I used the whole year.
Oh, the thing is that we talked about them, we did them, and I never looked back at the list. So I looked back at it today. I mean, I kind of knew what they were, but I'm pretty all right with how I think I did on it. We did both
I
said
haven't
a lot.
looked at it. I haven't looked at it too much. I've just kind of glanced at a few things. I'm just copying and pasting it so I can see it for next year.
I know most people kind of just pick one or two like resolutions. Ours are more like goals. I kind of just hate that new year, new me thing.
Honestly, same.
But I think I did pretty well. I'm just gonna go through some of the goals here. We'll talk
So, yeah, we
about
can
last year's
Get
goals
right into it.
before we hop into our goals for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them might end up being
Some
around
of
the
mine
same.
will. I'm just going to point this out, though. If you had some goals for the year and they did not turn out the way you wanted them to, that is okay.
That is
That
all
is
right.
completely 100% okay. You don't need to make sure you have like all your goals 100%.
No.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Don't worry
mine are
about
not definitely not 100%, but and they should also be just like some fun things you're looking to do. And if
Right.
you're listening or watching this, you made it another year, and that is within a win itself.
Hey, yeah, exactly. I've seen a couple things, and I 100% agree. It's like if the only thing you did this year was survive, then that's okay, which I 100% agree with.
I do have some actually some quotes for the new year that I actually saw earlier that I'll get
Ooh,
into
perfect.
when we get to our goals.
Well, then look at that.
One of my first ones I had on here for last year, for one of my goals for this year, or last year, 2024 now, was finish my bedroom and office. I can say my office is not finished. I did improve it and do things, but
You just actually
honestly,
gave me another one I want to put for this year.
the thing is that I come in here for the podcast, and a lot of times I don't come back in this room
Yep.
again until we
I've been
record.
over there. I'm like, hey, what's this? She's like, oh, that was there when I recorded last time. Or it'll be like, it's a space where you like put stuff in. Like if I stay over, it'll be like where I put my stuff so that way the animals don't get it.
What
Or if
I
like you're
will
going
work
somewhere,
on
it's like
it
the podcasters or like the your
more,
camera in there,
but-
whatever.
what I really wanted to do was obviously, and I'm looking around now. Actually, I think after this, I'll probably just get a garbage bag and throw some stuff in there. There's even like a box of dog bows that's been here since the summer that Boo said, don't throw those away. I'm going to return them.
Really?
And then she told me like a few weeks ago, you could throw those away because I only had so many weeks to return them. And I was like, okay.
Thanks, Boo.
Yeah, but ideally but you need to have money to do this, is I do want to paint this back wall at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have to move things around. I've seen this one chair that converts to kind of lays down into a bed, which I thought would be nice to put in here, just in case anyone ever wants to sleep there, or like if like, you know, me or Jamal get sick, I hate sleeping in the same bed, getting the other one sick. I would always have somewhere to sleep. I'm just one of
That's
them
true.
people. Sometimes, you know, obviously if it's a sniffle cold, it's usually, it depends how bad it is. Cause you know, sometimes you're like, ooh, you're sick as don't want to be
Yep.
around you.
Mm-hmm.
I say that with love, but I do have to say the bedroom I would say it's how I wanted it to be. We ended up repainting that wall. It's like a dark gray color by the TV. It's really nice. Got that table up under the TV. Added some other stuff in there. I would like to add more artwork, but I'd say all in all, from how my office was from when we first started season 1,
I like that.
I'm
season
pretty
1.
happy with how it is for now. I wouldn't say turned out because I will improve it, but for how it is now.
That's pretty good. Let's see. One I had from last year. Let's start with the ones that we did do, and that was just create more content.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, we did this podcast. Which actually, that's another. So I might as well say that one too. Another goal I had was continue podcast in 2024, which we did because we're still going. So that's very good.
We did that.
And then create more content. That's just content in general, which I did when we went places. I did quite a few vlogs. There's still more. Which I did technically start a new channel. I have one for when I drove my motorcycle. There's not many videos on it, but it's on there. And just content in general, which I feel I did a decent. I probably could have did more, but I did a decent amount this year.
There's so many days where I'm just like, you know, like a random off day, like
Mm-hmm.
should just vlog the day. But then there's like, you're like, man, I don't really feel like I'm gonna do anything today.
Right, because there's a couple of times where we hung out, and then afterwards I was like, I should have brought my camera. Because in the moment I was like, I should bring my camera. I was like, nah, I'll just enjoy it. Then afterwards, like, I should have brought my camera. This would have been cool to vlog.
Yeah.
This
Well,
year,
I guess it could be one of those things. Maybe you bring it along and then figure it out in the moment. At least you have it then.
right? Say because there's plenty of times where I've looked back and I've over the years just like uploaded them. Like there was one from like 2 years ago, I think. I uploaded it this past year now, 2024. It was right after we got our tattoos. We were in Lake Geneva for your birthday. I think it was only like a 4-minute vlog or something. But like in the moment, I was like, oh, I'm gonna vlog everything, and then just like, whatever. But I think part of it
Sometimes you
is
forget.
right. Part of it too is like to me, like before, it's like, oh, that's not long enough vlog. I'm not gonna post. And afterwards, I was like, yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna post it. It's still content because it's still something cool to remember.
And it's nice to look back on.
That's one of the
Or
main reasons I
memories
vlog, just
sometimes.
to
Forget.
go back and look. Excuse me, I
I was
apologize.
like, wow, I heard that.
That was, you heard it.
Gurgling
Start
up.
and end.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's one
yeah,
for the books.
that is. Write it down, Tanya.
I have one on here that, let me try to, because I think it was a couple in here together. One of my goals was to exercise more and eat better. I wanted to lose weight, but I didn't word it that way in my goal.
Right.
But I do have to say I'm very proud of us because we stuck with it
Mm-hmm.
for the whole year now because we started that back in last January.
Well, holidays, but that's different.
Well, yeah.
Holidays don't count. I'm just gonna say holidays don't count. Once it hits like
No.
Thanksgiving, it's over.
No, and Brandon actually had said before, because I had told him I had more success this time, I feel like.
Me too,
Because I
big
had
time.
and I did something I know he does too. It's where, say you're like super consistent. It depends. I try to at least do like 2-3 months, right? You're super consistent and trying to like lose.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would do. And then I would take an amount of time off. Brandon said that you should try to do equal amounts of time. But where you just try to like, then you're just not trying to like just eat whatever,
Right.
but you're trying to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
I did gain a few pounds through these holidays, but it's whatever. I
haven't
told
weighed
Brandon, I
myself,
said,
I'm
you know
afraid
what?
to.
I said, to be honest with you, I said, I'm sad to go back to being stricter. I said, but damn, did I enjoy it. I enjoy the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And I ate all that I wanted to eat.
Me too.
But we did.
I'm just thinking back all the good food.
We did stick through it. I had posted on my Instagram that from January to now January was 45 pounds that I lost, which
Yeah,
I
give
guess
a round of applause.
I really did not think I would get to that point. So do have to say I'm proud of myself.
I'll give
on
you
that
some
one.
lasers for that one.
And I do want to say, even if you lost 5 pounds or whatever, you know, good for you. And don't be like, oh, no one noticed and that's this and that. I literally had someone last week be like, "Oh, man, have you losing weight?" And you were like, "Yeah," and it's like, "Oh, great, they've noticed now." But I'm thinking like, dude, I've been doing this for a year, and
Right.
you just noticed.
But it's always nice when they notice. It's like, oh, it makes me feel good.
It is. It is.
I like whenever I see Jamal, Jamal's like, look at this guy. I'm like, that's me.
Look at him.
Especially now, like looking back at pictures from yourself a year ago, it's like, damn.
Yeah, especially when I posted that side by side, and I was like, I think it's just like in the moment though, like obviously I like knew I needed to lose weight, but I didn't like think that I was. You don't see yourself as big as you
Right.
are at the time, and then yeah, you look back after you lose weight, and you're like, what the that was me?
Right. Damn, son. I mean, I remember for the longest time, I was like, yeah, I lost like whatever weight, and Felicia did side by side. She's like, look at this. I was like, oh, damn, I guess you're right.
It does make a difference.
Yes, it does. Let's see. One I had, let's see. I'm trying to look. Well, because I got like 3 different sections, but some kind of go into each other. Well, here's one. Go golfing lots more, which I did very
Hey.
much do with the
Yeah, I
boys.
did.
Look at that.
Hey,
And
I
Felicia
went
came
too.
along. I was gonna put that in there at the end. I was starting to say it. Felicia came with too.
See this, guys. What a guy.
What a guy. Felicia did join us on the range, or not the range, the golf course as well.
I did.
One of my favorite times was the Thaddeus and John incident, where John face planted.
Oh, when John fell out of the golf
I think
cart.
about that times. Sometimes we talked about it, right? Yes, we
Poor
did.
guy. Yeah, we did.
Poor guy.
What a guy.
What
Well,
a guy.
he is recovered. For now, I can say he is recovered from that.
He was a little upset with me over the New Year's here because New Year's Eve I texted him and John or Thaddeus, and I said, "Hey, thought about going to the driving range today, but it's supposed to snow, so I'm just not going to go. Whatever." And then they texted back, "Let's go," but I was already gaming afterwards. And Thaddeus is like, "Yeah, out of respect, I thought this guy was going to respond and say, 'Let's go.' I'm waiting." We didn't go. I said, "You guys
What
are
he
playing
does.
VR anyways." He's like, "Yeah, but I
Out of
would have went."
respect.
Out of respect, I just want to apologize to them. But I did complete that one. So look at that.
There you go. What else do I have? I'm trying to kind of read off things that I did do.
Mhm.
I'll just put like a few together here. Podcast still going, which we talked about. Obviously,
Yep.
we are still here.
Can't get rid of us yet.
Not yet. Try a new coffee place was on there,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
and I do know I tried. There was a new coffee place, and Seven Brew opened up by me, and I tried
That's
that. That
true.
was new. Casino again. I did do because we when we stayed in Canada, there was a casino there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, when the hell did we go to a casino? I was like, oh,
So
that's
we
right.
can mark it off. I didn't gamble, but we were there.
That's fine.
We did walk through. So
Yeah.
some more things we did.
Let's see. One of mine was travel more, which we did travel. We went to Canada. See Disney at Christmas. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do that. Hopefully, well, this year we'll see because we don't have vacation in December, but we're crossing our fingers.
We need more time off.
We do. I had a few movies on here. See Imaginary Friends. I still have not seen that movie.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be on like Disney or something now, right?
Oh,
Let's
it's
see.
gotta be.
I didn't have it on here, but one that was Wicked was I wanted to see. We did see it. It's on Paramount. It's
Oh well, there you go. So you can still
Wicked.
see
I
it.
didn't have it on my list, but Felicia talked about it. I was like, I want to see it. We did see it. Very, very good movie. We
Very
saw
good.
Deadpool 3 I had on here, Inside Out 2. Get Another Tattoo. I did not do that.
That was on mine that I did not get to do again either.
I have a few more, so I can let you rattle off a few more, and then I can give the last ones that are on here.
A few more I have here was listen to more audiobooks, which I did do.
well,
Finish books
Yeah, I had read more, but essentially I like audiobooks, which I found out. I thought Spotify was only 10 hours. I found out it's 15 hours they give you now.
Oh, well, there you go.
Turns
Got
out
a
they
little
did at the
more.
end of 2023 was when we discussed doing all that anyway. I was like, oh,
Oh,
so
well,
it's
they
been a whole
added
year. I didn't
more.
even know. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, books.
I had finished more books, which I just recently for Christmas got a Kindle, so that has
Yes, you
been
did.
my thing lately. To get rid of stuff and declutter. I know I've talked about that throughout this year, this season. I have been doing that. It somehow just always feels like it's just not enough. Me and Jamal were just saying the other day, like we wish we could get like a dumpster and just
Right.
load it up.
let her
My other
rip.
thing also was to travel somewhere, go on a plane. Sadly, we did not go on a plane this year.
No.
So sad for that. And I did put on here to do more stuff for me. And I think I do not the best, but I do try to make sure like
Right.
I got to do this for me. Even sometimes the dogs be trying to go somewhere with me, and I tell them to when I close the door, I say, I need some me time. I got to go, guys. I'll be back. So I do have to say that I'm working on that.
Me? You're leaving me.
And I tell them, you know what? I got to go do stuff for me.
But then you come home and look how excited they are to see you.
That is true.
Let's see. Mine had released EP. I did not do that. Stream more. I stream a decent amount. That is another goal this year. I want to try and stream more again, but we'll get to that when we get there. Let's see. Games I was excited for. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. I did play that. I haven't replayed the game, but I played some new mission stuff I had in there, but I do want to replay that. Black Ops Golf 4, which at the time was called Black Ops Golf 4, but it was actually called Black Ops 6. Still loving that. We haven't really played it recently. Well, we have, but we've been playing some other games too. Brandon got me back into Fortnite. Felicia and I have also been playing It Takes Two. So you should check out that Jeremy Leach and Radj119 went on YouTube, and just Radj191 on Twitch, but it's out there. One of these days we'll stream it on our channel too. 6 Days of Fallujah, which I did buy. I haven't played it with Brandon. It's on the list. We always talk about playing it. We haven't been to play it. And then I had Star Wars. I forgot that was even coming out. I didn't even play it at all.
Oh.
I even forgot about that game even.
Hey, did that Jesus game come out?
Not yet. It's supposed to come out this year sometime. I was actually thinking about it a week ago. I looked at it. Jesus video game. The whole premise is you go back to when Jesus was there. It's called Jesus. It says. No, it's
something.
Bible X. Yep.
Yeah, look at that. I was right.
When does it come out? Oh, Gate 0.
I feel like it's gonna be one of them games they're kind of gonna push it back and.
Yeah, Gate 0 is the name. It's by Bible X. When does it come out? It still doesn't say. It was supposed to come out 2025 sometime, but.
You know how they be pushing shit back.
It says you can solve stuff with friends, but the co-op aspect was running on mobile devices, blah, blah, blah. Everyone can participate in a family-friendly social game experience with a unique co-op feature. You can connect mobile phones to the PC and turn a single-player game into a couch or online co-op. Oh, that's cool.
But when does it come out?
Oh, you can play the prototype on Steam? You can play it now? Oh, nope. I got to add it to my wish list. It says, there's a demo right now you can play.
But when does it come out?
I don't know. They haven't posted anything since September 18th. I don't know, but I'm going to have to look into this because it turns out you can play the demo, apparently. Huh. Well, so that's on my list. I still want to play that.
Maybe I will stream that.
I will definitely be streaming that. Then I had Visit Nashville. That didn't happen because we ended up switching and going to Canada instead. I remember that Canada. Where I was at your house. We were talking about sitting. Jamal. I think it was Jamal just said something about Canada. We started looking. Like, actually, Canada makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, found out it wasn't as far as we thought.
Yeah, we started looking at it, and then all of a sudden he went in his room. He came back. And he's like, we were watching something. He was like, "What's that?" We're like, "We're Canada." He's like, "You guys are serious?" We're like, "Yeah, we're serious."
We're serious.
And then it happened. Like we were legit thinking about going that weekend. That's how serious we were.
Yeah, that is true.
And then that looks like everything I had.
It's pretty much for my goals for last year.
Yeah. I had play more shows, but that didn't happen, but that's okay. Things happen. Yeah. So that's all I had for last year. And now I have for this year.
So some of mine are kind of similar.
Yeah, mine too.
Which is fine, I think, to do similar goals.
Mm-hmm.
One of them I have on there is to declutter even more. Smiley
that's
face.
Funny. That's actually on mine as well. That's one I just added.
That is fantastic.
That is a big goal for me this year to declutter. I need to.
As Jeremy already knows, I told him I will help.
Yep.
I feel like you just get into one of those moods, though, at least for me.
Right. I think like I said, yeah. I feel like it's part of it. Yeah, I agree. Part of it, too, like I said, is I lost all this weight. So, I feel like now is the perfect time to finally go through it because I've held on to, a lot of clothes that, I didn't wear before because they didn't fit. And now I should just go through everything, like I said before, like you and Boo, one person say yes, one person no, and then either get rid of it or donate it sort of thing. Just yes, no, no.
Sir.
And just don't even think about it because as soon as you start second guessing, maybe, nope, it's over.
Yeah.
And that is also on mine, declutter, because I need to.
Yeah. Even just clothes or just
in general.
Just sometimes they just got too much stuff and you're like, I do not need all this. So that's what I want to work on is just more decluttering. And it's something that takes time, obviously, like I started last year. And I do feel like I got rid of a lot of stuff. But then it's it takes a lot of time. Unless you really do have a dumpster outside your house, it's going to take a while.
My goal, I know we talk about time. My goal is Brandon, like that minimalist. Like,
Oh, yes.
he,
Brandon is
he
the
has
goal.
what he needs, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. But it looks so clean, so
Right,
crisp.
that's
I
the
love
thing.
that.
Because then, like, there's stuff too. He's like, oh, I could get this, but I don't really need it. Because to him, he's like, oh, if I'll use it like once or twice, like I don't need it. Like me, it's like, oh, I could use it a couple of times. I'll get it.
Yeah.
And then you end up like this. Let's see. This one I know Felicia will have. It's not well. It's kind of a goal, but that's to play GTA 6.
Oh, yeah. I do want to do that.
People on Twitter were tagging Rockstar and it's like, hey, any specific time I should put in for vacation for this year?
Let me know.
All the comments are saying the same thing. I've told Jamal this. Felicia knows I told the podcast this. I'm saving a vacation for this year just in case it drops.
He said
It's going to drop on a Friday. I'm going to have a PTO. And Jamal and I have discussed this with Felicia and everyone too. Everyone knows when we're playing that game, no party is happening.
No.
Felicia said the same thing. We're all be in our separate space, and then we'll all come together in a party at some point to play.
It
We can discuss. Well, we'll discuss
after everyone's done.
Let's say when everyone's done. Before that, there will be no talk of this game whatsoever. We'll just play other games, and that's it. Knowing Jamal, we ain't gonna see him probably for like a month.
Yeah.
That's all he's gonna do because especially with him with spoilers and video games and stuff like that. He's like, I don't even want to talk about it, which is fine. There's still no news when it's supposed to come out. There's talk still of the late 2025, but we're still waiting for the second trailer, and it's been over a year. One thing I've been talking to Felicia about, it's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit, is all these people on Twitter, like these accounts, like they say they know when it's going to come out, and no one knows. They just throw random numbers like, oh, it's 100% coming out today. Like I see one tweet, it was like a whole list of all these dates this year's going to happen, and nothing did. Like the most recent one was December 27th. Everyone's like, this day it's happening. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I'm just not even going to believe when they say stuff because...
I told Felicia and Jamal the same thing. I'm like, at this point, it comes out when it comes out. I'm not even going to worry about it. Bless you. But we did play GTA 5 online Christmas, hopefully for the last time. Well, it's sad to say it, but we didn't even get to do the whole loop around. Tatiana, I don't think even got on there.
We do the drive.
We do before they take all the snow away. Maybe we'll do it today.
Maybe we will.
But yeah, so GTA 6. That's like high on the list. That's one thing I want to happen. Okay, putting out. What do they call that? Manifesting it. I'm putting it out there. There you go, manifestation.
This kind of goes into my decluttering thing. It's kind of a little piggyback off of that, and that is to do more under consumption.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes. So just trying not to be an over consumer, and like Jeremy was saying, like, oh, maybe I'll just get this and buy this. Trying to not do that. I do have to say, I'd say this last year I started, but I want to continue because then sometimes you're like, oh, I'm going to buy this.
I will say,
I feel like I've been doing better.
I feel like, especially the last few months, I've really been getting better at it. Especially with Amazon. That's the problem with Amazon. You see it like, oh, I'll buy it. Then afterward, just like I have a problem like, oh, I could use this for like this guitar or something. I'll buy it and then I'll put it somewhere. I forget I have it. And then like, oh, I go to buy it again. It like shows up I already had it. I was like, oh, I already had it. Or I'll use it and then just forget about it. Like I've had certain stuff that like I could buy. I'm like, I don't need it. Like I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, I need to think about it if I want it. Not that I can't afford it. It's just like she said, overconsumption, declutter.
Just having, and then you have too much stuff.
Right.
I did say I finally got, Jeremy knows I finally got a reusable hot coffee travel tumbler. I didn't have one. I had other old ones that I had thrown away. They weren't good anymore. And then I had like disposable ones, but it's like I ended up having a gift card, and I was like, if I don't buy it now, I'm not going to buy it for myself.
It was funny to hear because like Felicia was telling me about all this. She's like, oh, it's like I can buy it. She's like, she used the gift card, and then she just said, and I just hear her. I'm like, oh, what'd you get? She's like, oh, I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because it was like, do I get one big thing or a few smaller things?
Yeah, the one thing she even said, she's like, if I don't buy this at my gift card, I'm not going to buy it for myself. I'm just going to buy it. And I was like, there you go.
So I ended up getting it, which is good because then I'll just have that one coffee mug and not get any other ones. I've been doing better with my water bottles because before, man, I just like, oh, that's so great when I get it.
Yep.
But I did get rid of quite a few, and I just have a few now. So, like I said, just trying to not have so much stuff.
Right. I got a gift card I still got to use. I was telling Felicia today before we started, I was looking at packing cubes for my suitcase. I have some, but these are supposed to be better. And one of them is like a giant one that takes up like the whole side of the suitcase. But I like the ones that it's like two little ones, you know? It's like a 6-pack. It's like 2 mediums, 2 small, like a one for like a long tube for like socks and then one for like dirty clothes. That's the thing. Like I have, because I like to use the compression cubes, which I found out that easier way to use them, so it doesn't look all crazy. But like this person was talking about them. He's like, "Oh, this is for like dirty clothes." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." 'Cause normally I like just kind of toss them in there at the end, because then you have like a little bag to put them in. That's not on my goals. That's just something I'm looking
That's a
at.
goal. He wants to get cubes.
Let's see here. I'd say this is kind of piggyback off that. Well, not really piggyback off that, but stuff we're talking about before, and that's just lose or maintain my weight loss.
That's on my list as well.
I cut my finger last week. I put what do you call that stuff? The it looks
Vaccine?
weird. No, well I have been putting. I put the liquid Band-Aid. That's why it looks weird. The liquid Band-Aid's peeling off.
Mm. Do you know the funny thing is about that is I remember always people are like, you got to let those cuts like that dry out and they heal. But then I found out keeping them moist with like Vaseline or Aquaphor actually is the way for healing.
Actually, Felicia told me that, so I've been doing that every day. Spraying it with Bactine, and then I'll put some what do you call it?
Aquaphor?
Aquaphor. Or if I didn't have the Aquaphor, I was putting triple antibiotic, and then I'd put I can't think of the name. I'm lost. Band-Aid on it, and then everything was good. I had one down here. This one healed up pretty well. Now it's just this one. Now it's like the dead skin is like starting to come off, but in a good way. I was letting it breathe. I probably should
Oh,
put
wait,
it
what
back
does
on.
that have to do with maintaining
I don't
weight
know.
loss?
I started looking at it. It didn't. I just started looking at it, and like probably people were like, "What's he doing?" Anyway, maintain or just lose the more weight. Preferably lose, but if I maintain, that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing for this year. Like obviously, like you always want to lose more weight, but maintain's the main thing. Because like over the holiday, that was our thing, just like kind of maintain. I know I gained weight, but still.
Hey, Brandon said that the first few pounds from the holidays is going to come off as water weight. He said just hit back up on that water,
There you go.
get back to eating better, and some
You're
of it's
good
just
to
going
go.
to come right off.
I'm gonna. I haven't officially started yet, but I'm going to. I know it's gonna suck, especially get back to the gym. I'm like, ugh.
I started back. Oh my, what day is it? Last weekend. Yeah, definitely that first day going, you're like, but then starting to already get back into a routine, and
That's good. That's
I
the
feel
main
like it doesn't take as long. It's the first day going back, I feel like is the hardest.
Yep.
But then getting back into the routine, I feel like doesn't take as long, and then you're back to all right. I'm gonna go.
Because we were doing pretty good before, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and then I just kind of never really went back. I went like sparingly here and there, but I already told myself I need to go back. I was thinking about going back tomorrow, but we'll see. If I don't go tomorrow, I'll definitely go Monday. But I'm gonna try and force myself to go after work tomorrow, just for like maybe like half an hour or something. You know,
Yeah, so my first day back, I think I only did 30 minutes, and just something to get going in that door.
The first time is the hardest, because once you get over that hump, because then like I said, me and Felicia we were going like what 2 sometimes 3 times a week, and we were like really hitting it.
Plus, I feel like that definitely just helps like the weight loss, anyways. At least for me, like when I'm lifting.
Me too.
I feel like otherwise it just gives you that little oof.
Okay. This is me mentally telling myself to make sure I bring some gym clothes so I can go after work tomorrow.
And your headphones, because if you ain't got the headphones, all of a sudden you're like, well, I ain't got my headphones. I guess I can't go.
Headphones, big time. I just got to make sure that I charge them. I know where they're at, but I just need to charge them.
Charge them up. But I'll put that kind of with mine. Mine was I have a number here for how many pounds I would like to lose in that year, but I'll keep that number to myself. But it is to lose more. I do want to gain more muscle and be able to lift more weight.
There you go.
And then just overall more consistently in the gym.
Yeah,
which I do have I got an Apple Watch for Christmas.
Oh yeah,
so
look at that. She got
I feel like
another
that
one.
kind of just like the push, because you get to push.
Right.
Oh, I closed my ring.
She was like a little kid, like a legit little kid on Christmas, and she got it. She's like, she said, "I'm back, baby."
Yeah, I was back.
She's been saying for months how she hasn't had one, which that sucks. It's cool too for like when you work out, because like you do the thing where you set up the workout, and then when you're done, it like like does things, whatever. It's like
Little what do they call it? A serotonin boost.
Yeah, and then it sends it out to everyone, let them know that you did a workout.
Yeah, it's like oh, by the way, I worked out today.
Yeah, it's like suck on that. I forgot to put it down, but along with the weight loss, just build muscle. I'm gonna put that on there because that goes along with it. That's
I would like
too.
to. Speaking of being stronger and stuff, what I started doing, but then as we know, it wasn't being as consistent in the gym. Was I still was starting to do bench press and stuff. I would love to be able to be able to lift on that. I feel like I give my
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't lifting much bench.
Right. But it was still something.
I like to at least be able to do. I know it's not a lot, but 100.
Right.
And
I
bench
want
for
to
me
get
is something that's
right.
just difficult.
I want to get back to where I was when I was working out with Brandon, like consistent. It was like 2 something I think I was lifting on bench. I'm nowhere near that now, just 'cause it's been so long. But I'm not going to put a goal on how much muscle, just muscle in general.
Jeremy said he wants to take off his shirt on
Mm-hmm.
4th of July and have a 6-pack.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know about 6-pack, but maybe.
He's
I've
a
always
big-
been very self conscious about wearing a shirt, not or being shirtless for like when I'm doing with water and whatever. So I was like, just take off your shirt. I'm like, no,
No.
just do it. No,
No.
Jamal, no. We'll see. So it's my turn, right? Or is it your turn?
Yes.
Let's see. I'm going to say be more creative. I know I said that last year, but I mean it again for this year. In this podcast, other stuff, that special project we talked about that we need to work on that. We have many things behind the scenes that we've talked about how we're going to do, but
Many things.
life just gets in the way. I was actually talking to the boys about that
If we were rich,
yesterday.
though, I just want to say all this would be done because we wouldn't have to worry about going to work and stuff.
Right. That's the main thing. Because then sometimes you work and it's like, I don't feel like doing anything.
Or it's like you only do this like, oh, I can't. I'm at work. So
Right. Which has happened. But I will say, a cool thing that's happened since beginning of last year was how I've been on straight first shift all the time. That has definitely helped out for this sort of stuff.
that is
Helped
true.
out for the gym too. But then I stopped after that. But that's not the point. But creative. That's just anything wise. Just be more creative. Whether music, videos, whatever. Be more creative.
I have on here. I couldn't think of the actual thing. I think it's called clean products. I'm not talking about cleaning products. I was trying to do this more last year too. Is just using more. I don't know the word. I think it's called clean. It's like more like non-toxic things like my dish soap and like stuff like that is the one that has like no dyes in it. Cause like what do we need to add dyes for anyways? My hand soap now I have the one that I don't know what it's called. It comes in a big thing. It's like Dr. Brano's something. It's super concentrated and you just add a third of that and then the rest of the 2/3 is just like water, just like a more clean, non-toxic thing. Been trying to do more of that products. One of the things that helped was that also was the Petal and Clover company, which now they
Shout
do
out
have
to
a
them.
store. I did visit it. And just great like natural organic products. I got like face oil there and like they're so helpful because she was trying to tell me like stuff to get my face gets all my skin gets super dry in the winter.
Mine too.
And I had just asked her about it and she's like, oh, there's that face oil there. She's like, I actually use it like whatever. And her prices are really good. The product's great. And like I started using it. You just use like a little bit like after you wash your face at like morning and night and put like a little bit on there and it actually like keeps my skin dry. Or not dry, keeps it moisturized so it's not dry. Because like I don't know if all people know, but like sometimes your skin be so dry and you'd be like, man, like my face looks like I got like wrinkles and all this and that, and really your skin is just dry. But that, and I had told her how she makes like essential oil roll-ons, and she has this one for like anxiety, and like it works so well. And actually, I have this sitting here because I sprayed it before the podcast because it smells so good. It's a room and linen spray, chamomile and citrus. I love chamomile, and I actually I have like a little nighttime routine. Actually, a lot of it includes her products, and it's
there you go.
her face oil. I put the calming oil on my wrists and behind my ears. And I actually spray this spray like by my side of the bed, put on the lip balm and everything, just be moisturized and calm and just, which also goes into like the time for yourself. That's a thing for myself I do. But I do want to continue to be using more products like that and doing that. I even was trying to get better laundry detergent, which actually I have. The one I just bought has like no dyes and like no added fragrance, but it has like natural lavender in it. What I'm looking for. I do have sensitive skin anyway, so I do feel like all that stuff helps. But I want to continue to do more and to get more types of those products.
There you go.
I'm gonna spray some of this right now, actually.
Oh, I have on your stream more. I basically mean that with the. You can say that with the whole creative thing. Let's see. Another one was make office cooler, meaning this office here, just making it cooler. I've been saying for a while, when I want to put stuff on the wall and stuff. I still need to do that.
Oh
Just
yeah.
in general, like declutter it, make it look cool, put some stuff behind me. I don't know.
I think you should do like some floating shelves with like the lighting strip like under or above them. Put little
that'd be
things
cool.
up there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. That's my
Oh.
suggestion. I need to obviously do some I have some tape that's been up on the wall for a whole year.
That's okay.
But whatever.
It
Get to
happens.
it.
We'll get there. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that one because that's what I want to do.
I want to get a tattoo. I
Hmm.
didn't get to do it last year. Obviously I've had many thoughts, and if I had the money, man, would I have gotten them. I obviously like a few ideas for stuff I want. Really, the ones I want the most, I would say, would be I want a tattoo for Marshall and for Chloe.
Okay.
I really want. I had seen this one really cool one. It was like a marshmallow flower plant,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought because I always called him the Marshmallow Man.
Me too.
So I thought about that. Chloe, there's so many of them that I want. I feel like I'll probably end up getting 2 for her. I want something kind of like that, or even like some people do like amazing portrait work. But I feel like in the meantime, the first thing I want, like I always said before, like I'd never get a name tattoo, but an exception to the rule, I would get Chloe.
Right.
I thought even about just like on my wrist here, but then the only reason I wouldn't, I'd have to put it a little lower because of my over washing I do. This part of my wrist right up to here,
Mm-hmm.
pretty just rough.
Right.
Gets worse in the winter. But if I put it below that, it would be fine just because I wouldn't want it to be so rough. But I do want to get, those are the main ones that I really just want to get this year. Just have to obviously figure out money and
Right.
but like I said before, if we had the money and just our goals would be they'd all be done.
Yeah, they'd be different. This one kind of goes hand in hand, so I might as well just say both at the same time, and that would be travel / go to Disney.
Yes, I've got
I
those
miss-
on my list too.
I miss Disney very, very much.
As do I. And I just want to say, I know there are people out there like, you guys always go to Disney on this and that. We did not go at all in 2024, so you can shut the up.
Right. And you know what? If it makes you happy, who the cares?
Yeah, I don't understand that. There's people out there that are just haters about why do you care? Like it brings a lot of joy, and like
Yeah.
it's such a happy place. Nostalgia is just
Hell of
I
a
think
drug.
just the part. Yeah, you just God, it makes you happy. And
Plus everyone's so
what
nice
is it?
there.
Oh, it's so nice. And what does it matter?
And you know what? It's legal to be happy.
It is. Obviously, like there's other places like I'd like to travel to, but God, I just like we said before, even just for like a weekend, man. Like I don't know, man. I need to go.
Me too. I miss it. I miss it dearly.
It's an amazing place.
It is.
I'm not
If
here,
you don't
so-
like it, I don't care.
Suck
I like it. It's my
Um,
vacation. I can do what I want, and that's what I want to do.
So I'm saying, if we had the
Suck
money,
it. I have
dude,
season
I'm telling
pass.
you, weekend off,
Season
I'd
pa- I
be
have a
like,
pass. Let's
I'd be
go.
like, Jeremy, we're going. I'd leave. I
Let
would
her
go.
rip.
I would go.
If I had the money, private jet. Let's go.
Oh,
People could
nah.
People could be
Airport.
watching us. Yeah, people could be watching us on the airport app. Let her
Funny
rip.
thing is that, well, I live very close to, not a big airport, but a smaller one. Jeremy lives not that far from one. I'd
Mhm.
be like, Jeremy, get your jet on over to me.
As
and
soon as
I'll
we get up
meet
in the air, I'll come right back down.
You'd go up, down, and come get me, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
You know what I would do too if we had a private jet? Obviously, we would do stuff like that.
I'd
But
go
I
other
would
places,
also
though,
do
too.
just like I would do day trips a lot, and
Mhm.
I wouldn't be able to bring all the dogs, but
Right.
I'd at least wanted to bring like a dog at a time and be like, let's go take the dog California or Florida and let them
Walk on the
just
beach or something.
Oh God, like that's what I'm saying that we
Could you
would
imagine
do
a little baby boy?
if we were rich. Oh, he would be so. I would take Baby boy would need to go to like LA. Like,
Yes.
that's what he would want to be.
I feel like he'd be LA and Luna would be Florida.
Yeah. Millie
When
likes
she's older.
the-
When she's older.
He's crazy. She likes the cold.
You could take her to Alaska.
God, she would love it. Imagine her somewhere in deep snow. She would love it.
Oh my Lord.
But I do have on my list to travel somewhere, and I would like to travel somewhere new. It just
too.
stinks because like there's always so many places we want to go, but you only get so much time off.
Yep.
And sometimes some of those times, the weeks you have off, are times that you can't, you don't have the money or something, you can't actually travel anywhere.
Or something else ends up happening that week, so you can't leave.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
which really sucks. I was telling Jamal actually, I have like, sometimes you're like, ooh, I want to go to this place.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new place I want to go, and some people might think it's stupid, but I want to go to Boston. And the reason I want to go to Boston is because I just read a book. I'm on the second book, and in the book it's in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, they make it just sound so cool. I'm like, go to Boston, like even
I
just
always
like
want to go to Boston.
yeah, just like a little like few day thing.
I'd like to go to Fenway Park. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I want to hear the people talk.
Yep. You
I
can't.
just- yeah, khakis.
Can't.
Go there and then get a Boston accent instead of our southern one we sometimes have. But I would like to go there. I'm saying if we were rich and had the private jet, I would have been like, Jeremy, do you want to go to Boston tonight for dinner?
Sure, let's go.
Like, I would do that.
Me too.
Wonder
Can you
what the
imagine?
flight time is.
Right. Jamal would
could
be
go
like
for dinner.
craving something like, oh, let's just go to Florida. Okay, let's go.
Oh, could you imagine? I'm gonna
Yeah, I
actually
could.
see
That'd be
how long
very
does it
good.
take to get. Do. Oh, I need to put in flight time. That's what I'm looking for. 2 hours 25 minutes from Milwaukee.
Not too bad.
No, it's about like an average flight we do. But
I'd
yeah,
even just pay for regular flights too if I had the money.
oh
Let
yeah,
her
like
rip.
what the would I care?
I just get
'Cause-
first class because why not?
We haven't really been on that side.
No, we haven't.
We've been down by Florida. We've done Cali,
Ohio.
Ohio. We've
We've
went
been to
North
New York,
Canada.
but we just like drove through all those states.
Yeah, just driving through, and it was upstate New York. But New York is I would love to see Times Square. Jamal watched a
too.
video one time of people going and getting like all the New York slices.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I would love to do that.
Right. I've always said New York for me would be like maybe a day or two. I'm like, okay, it's too many people. I'm good.
Another place like that where that would do a shorter trip would be Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Never been, but I would
Always
love to
wanted
like
go. Just
to-
experience it.
even just people watch and be like, dude, what the is wrong with that person? I would do that.
That's kind of how I feel about Nashville too. I feel like it'd be kind of the same thing. But then again, who knows? Because Nashville's all about music too.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
Do you got any, or that was, well, I kind of piggied off.
I only have one more, and it's kind of based. It's kind of the same as last year. That's just golf more.
Oh, golf more. That
That's
should
all
be
I have.
on my list.
It's just fun. I'm going through it right now because I haven't golfed since was it the end of
Since
October? I
last
think
year
early
now.
November. Yeah, I know it's rough. I need to get back to the range because if I don't, then I'll go golfing for the first time. I'm like, man, I suck.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
I
I'm
will
like,
say,
need
though,
to get there.
We all got a lot better this year just by going. Like I was even telling the boys, I'm like, just go to the range. Remember, we were going like a few times a week to the range. That made a
Yeah.
big difference.
Another thing though, if we had money, because sometimes I was like, oh, we should go, and then I'll be like, no, because you got to buy the thing of balls, and if you go at least once a week, it does add up. Even going golfing on the course, all of a sudden you're like, dude, how much money did I just spend on golf? So another thing,
I go golf. I'd go golfing everywhere.
man.
Can you imagine? My goal at some point in life is to golf at one of the Disney ones. I mean, obviously Michael Jordan's thing in Florida. That'd be like amazing. But it's like super like you need to be invited by someone to go, and then somewhere in California too.
Maybe one day you can be invited.
That'd be nice. Michael Jordan, if you're watching this, hit me up.
He's all right. Sharon said I took offense to that. He didn't invite me. My only other thing I have on my list, I kind of mentioned it when my goals for last year, is to read more books on the Kindle.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to add that, but I'll just say that too. Read more.
Oh, and my recommendation: if you don't have a Kindle, get one. I got mine for Christmas and I love it. I really do.
I use my phone as my Kindle.
Okay,
That's the
but
app.
here's my thing. Reading on the Kindle is like so much easier on your eyes. Like if you turn the brightness down, it looks just like paper.
When you showed it to me, it actually did look really nice. I get
You
the
can
allure.
I put the brightness on if it's dark or whatever I need to see, but if you're just like in a room that already has light, turn the brightness all the way down, it looks like paper. And I don't know why. To me even I feel it's easier for me to read on that than a physical book. And
Right.
like the phone, I feel like you can't get that brightness on where it actually looks like paper.
Right.
Like I said, I did the girly thing and read It Ends With Us. Then I watched the movie
Highly
and
disappointed.
yeah, I'm trying to get someone else to read the book and then watch
She's been
the
trying to
movie.
get me to do it.
The
Is it on Spotify?
I don't know. Kindle Unlimited, it's free. But now I'm reading the second one. It
Audiobook?
Starts With Us,
Hmm.
and
It is included in premium. It ends with us. They even changed the pictures, so it's what's
yeah,
her
now
face?
it's her. Is that the audiobook?
That's the audiobook, yeah.
Oh,
Who reads it? Doesn't say.
it's not. I wonder how the audiobook would be. Is there some scenes in it? Yes. That's not what it's about, but you know, obviously it's a romance thing. There's going to be a couple of them scenes in there. When I watched the movie, of course, that the time my husband walks in and he said, "What the hell are you watching?" And I said, "It's just this scene." But the book was better. I feel like a lot of people say the book was better, but my problem is that, you know, on the Kindle it shows you how far you were in the book. I'm like 60 something % done with the book, but I just like love this book so much. Well, the two books and the characters that. Do you know when you read a book that's so good and you want to finish it because it's so good, but then you're like, you're sad when it's done because you're like, damn, I can't read that like again for the first time.
Right. You're like, now what?
Yeah, I was trying to tell Jamal, I was like, he does audiobooks, which are good too.
I'm an audiobook guy.
But sometimes you like read a really good book and you feel like you just watched a really good movie, you know? But I suggest people to get the Kindle. I'm just going to go through. I had a few, now I have to refresh this thing. A few quotes that I had saw. And actually, one of them was actually one of my things that I was going to try to do, but it's a thing that's hard for me. So this quote is, I don't know who makes these quotes. It's by the guy that does the balloon things he stands by.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Let me make sure if this is his page or not. That's not his page. They reposted it. Well, if you want to look him up on Instagram, his Instagram name is Blacksmith, but there's no vowels in that. Anyways, this one I saw and I said, that's a good goal for me. It says, stop being the one who always makes the effort. Relax and let this ship sink. I say that's something that's difficult for me because, you know, sometimes people just be doing stuff that's so stupid and like, all right, you want to help people, but sometimes it's too much on yourself to just be trying to help people who really can't be helped. And then just a few other quotes in here that he did. These are all ones he put in here for the, you know, New Year coming up, and I feel like some people could benefit from these. Another one, stay away from people who act like a victim in a problem they created. I know there's some people listening to this that, another one also is kind of similar to that. Jeremy will have to bleep out a couple of these. Stop being so forgiving for people who know exactly what the they're doing.
That's a good one too.
Man, if that's not true. Where was the other one? Oh, sometimes people pretend you're a bad person so they don't feel guilty for how they treated you. So true, right?
Very true.
And another one that goes off of that. Manipulation is when they focus on how you reacted instead of how they treated you. So just with those things, I want to say to make sure in this new year, surround yourself with positive people who don't make you feel those things. Because life is too short to be around people.
I agree.
But also make sure you check out our codes. Head on over to Magic Candle Company.
So we don't forget 15% off.
15% off. Harley said she wants some. Look at her chilling there.
And she hasn't made an appearance since last year.
Wow, Harley, I can't believe it. Just and make sure as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know and share. What are some of your goals for 2025? Like I said, they don't have to be so serious. Like, you could just be like, you know what? My goal for 2025 is I want to get myself a treat. I want to eat ice cream at least
One of my
once a
goals
month.
is literally to play GTA 6. I mean, come on.
Yeah, life's not
Boom.
that serious, you know?
No.
We're on a
Don't-
rock hurling through space right now. That's just what it is.
Harley just looked like, wait, what?
She said, I'm on a rock hurling through space.
Rock don't move.
Oh, this rock does move. So make sure to do that. And next week, you can join us back because we'll be talking about.
Nuts Berry Farm. Favorite food.
That's right. We're heading back to the farm.
And then
What does
after that,
cat say? Meow.
she's just sniffing. I got to see what's after that because I already forget. Let's see. So we don't forget. Nope, we did that. Then it'll be Legoland, right? Yeah.
Legoland. That was fun.
Well.
So, if you got anything to say about Knott's Berry Farm or maybe some of your goals for 25, let us know. We'll be here next week.
Yes, we will.
Yes, back on our
Back on our-
regular format. Check us out. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next week, we are So We Don't Forget. I'm Felicia.
This is Harley, and I'm Jeremy.
Toodles.
Toodly-doo.
Have balloons.
Tower